The sun was setting over the dusty mining site in Nevada when Marcus heard the words that would change his life forever. A billionaire mine owner stood before him, arms crossed, staring at the massive broken Caterpillar 797F dump truck that had been sitting idle for months. "If you can fix this beast, I'll pay you $100,000, the man said. Marcus felt his heart pound. He was just a single dad barely scraping by, working odd mechanic jobs to feed his 2 kids. $100,000 could mean a new life, college funds, a real home. But there was something in the rich man's eyes that told Marcus this wasn't just about money. Marcus had heard the stories. This billionaire was known for testing people, for finding out what they were really made of. And standing there in his worn-out work boots with grease-stained hands, Marcus knew this was more than a job offer. This was a test of character. Before we continue with this incredible story, I want to invite you to join our Kindness World family. If you believe in the power of goodness and want to see more stories that restore your faith in humanity, please hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and drop a comment below telling us about a time someone showed you unexpected kindness. Your support helps us share these powerful stories with the world. Now, let's get back to Marcus and discover what happened next. Marcus was 38 years old, and life had been anything but kind to him lately. 2 years ago, his wife had passed away from cancer, leaving him alone to raise their 7-year-old daughter Emma and 5-year-old son Tyler. He worked 3 part-time jobs, moving from one repair shop to another, never quite making enough to get ahead. His kids wore second-hand clothes, and dinner was often just mac and cheese or whatever he could stretch from the food bank donations. But Marcus never complained. He'd look at his kids each night, tuck them into bed, and promise them that better days were coming. The Caterpillar 797F was a monster of a machine, one of the largest dump trucks in the world, weighing over 600 tons when loaded. This particular truck had broken down 6 months earlier, and the mining company had brought in expert after expert to diagnose the problem. No one could figure it out. The billionaire owner, James Rothschild, had grown frustrated. He'd spent hundreds of thousands on specialists who'd all failed. Finally, someone mentioned Marcus, the quiet mechanic who could fix anything, who had a gift for understanding machines like they were living things. Marcus walked around the giant truck, running his hands along its massive tires that stood taller than he did. He climbed up into the cab, examined the engine, checked every system. The other workers watched him skeptically. Who was this nobody in cheap clothes thinking he could solve what Harvard-educated engineers couldn't? But Marcus wasn't thinking about them. He was thinking about Emma, who needed braces. About Tyler, who'd asked for new shoes because the kids at school made fun of his taped-together sneakers. About the electricity bill that was 2 months overdue. He worked for 3 days straight, sleeping in his truck, barely eating. Mr. Rothschild would stop by occasionally, watching silently. On the second day, Marcus discovered something. The problem wasn't mechanical at all. Someone had sabotaged the truck. He found evidence of deliberately cut wires, drained fluids, and tampered sensors, all disguised to look like natural failures. Marcus's hands trembled as he realized what this meant. He could easily fix the truck now that he knew what was wrong. But should he tell Mr. Rothschild about the sabotage? If he did, someone would lose their job, maybe face criminal charges. If he didn't, he'd be hiding the truth. That evening, Marcus sat alone with his conscience. He thought about his kids, about that $100,000. He thought about how easy it would be to just fix the truck, collect the money, and walk away. No one would ever know. But then he remembered what he always told Emma and Tyler. We may not have much, but we have our integrity. That's worth more than gold. The next morning, Marcus asked to speak with Mr. Rothschild privately. With a steady voice, he explained everything he'd found. He showed him the evidence of sabotage, explained how it was done, and even suggested which employees might have had the motive and access. Mr. Rothschild listened without expression. When Marcus finished, there was a long silence. Then the billionaire asked, "You know this might complicate your payment, right? This isn't just a repair job anymore. This is a criminal investigation." Marcus nodded. "I know, sir. But you deserve to know the truth." Mr. Rothschild studied Marcus for a long moment. Then something unexpected happened. The hard lines in his face softened, and his eyes grew moist. "Do you know why I made this offer?" he asked. It wasn't really about the truck. I've been searching for someone honest, someone with real character, to manage my entire Western mining operation. I've been burned too many times by people who only care about money. I needed to know if there was still someone out there who'd choose what's right over what's easy. Marcus felt his legs go weak. Mr. Rothschild continued, "You're getting your $100,000 for fixing my truck. But I'm also offering you a job as my operations director, with a salary of $250,000 a year, full benefits, a company house, and a future." Tears streamed down Marcus's face. "But sir, I don't have a college degree. I'm just a mechanic." Mr. Rothschild smiled. "You have something better than a degree. You have character. And that's what I need." 3 months later, Marcus stood in his new home, watching Emma and Tyler play in their own backyard for the first time. He'd learned that Mr. Rothschild himself had grown up poor, the son of a single mother who'd taught him the same values Marcus was teaching his kids. The billionaire had been testing dozens of people, waiting for someone to prove that kindness and honesty still existed in the world. The story of Marcus spread throughout the mining community and beyond. But what people remembered most wasn't the money or the job. It was the simple truth that when Marcus faced his moment of choice, he chose kindness over convenience, truth over treasure, and character over cash. And in doing so, he didn't just change his own life. He reminded everyone who heard his story that being good, being honest, and being kind will always lead us home. Sometimes the universe is just waiting for us to prove we deserve the blessings it's preparing to give us. And sometimes, fixing what's broken isn't about machines at all. It's about fixing our world, one honest choice at a time.